to set this mold up, this angel mold. So this two-piece mold, bit different from setting up my normal molds, but fun all nonetheless. So I like to lay the wick over it just to make sure I'm going to get the right length. And then what I'm doing is right in here is where it's in between the wings of this particular mold, you know, this angel mold. So right here is where the center of the wings is and where the angel's head comes into place, so it's right in between. So I like to put the wick right there in the middle so that I get a nice in between everything, nice right in the middle look. I'll admit, first time I set up this mold, it ended up coming up through a wing. It's alright, works just fine, but I have been working on mastering this mold, which I really like, and I think I just about got it. So then after I get my wick in, I very carefully set that down in to squeeze it shut. Now, I double check it on the inside with the light, and now I add my rubber bands. So I like to do the bottom first. Oh, I got little wax pieces everywhere. So that's another thing in candle making. Don't be afraid to get wax everywhere, because you're going to, no matter what. Whether it's little pieces that just kind of flake off from your molds, or pouring it absolutely everywhere until you get your technique down. Alright, so there's my bottom. I like to do the top and bottom first. That way it holds the wick in place. And then I do the sides to seal the mold better. And with this particular mold, I do one top, one bottom, and then I do 3 throughout the center. And I'll show you in a second what that ends up looking like. Alright, so I keep them clear of the wax hole, you know, the hole where I pour the wax. And here I have them going side to side. I try to keep them as even as possible, if possible. But anyway, side to side, center. And of course, like I said, center up here is off to the side. But works out just fine. And then I hold them up to the light just to make sure that my bottom is sealed tight, so that I don't end up with a crease in the candle. So yeah, now that one's ready to go. That's my new favorite mold. I gotta make angels and owls. So, and I only have one mold of each. So it takes me a little while to get that stock up. And the owl is unlike most of my other candles, the owl, the little cute little owls I do, these ones are a 3-wick mold. And I have my holes in my, poked into my mold, and I have my rod as usual, for just like with all my other molds other than the 2-piece mold. And I put the wick down in. And then I reach in, grab the wick, and pull them to what looks like a nice length. And what I really love about these molds is it's very easy to, decide what looks like a good length. And then with this particular mold, it's a 2 rubber band mold. Put one top, one bottom, and then I wax coming off the rubber bands everywhere. But anyway, and then I just line up my creases so that the seams virtually disappear and they won't show up in the candle. And now that one's just about, there we go. Now that one is ready to make a candle. We set that over here by the melting pot. And melting pot is just about ready to go. It's got a ways to go yet, as you can see. I keep my ladle that I've gone to using in there, so yeah, I end up having to wait a lot longer for everything to melt. But I get a more uniform candle by having to wait and make sure everything is fully melted. So yeah, candles, they're a blast. Actually, I can wrap my angel now. So I don't do too much in the way of melting for the bottoms. I just melt them just so that they will sit really nice. I don't like to take a whole heck of a lot off, and I'm not looking for that perfect bottom yet. I don't want to take away from the detail of everything. So that's the new Angel Mother. That's the candle mold that we just put together. And I already have a piece of saran wrap right here. So I just set her down, face down to start. And because I want them to be able to sit on the counter properly, I just fold up the bottom first. Roll that a bit. Take that, loop that down. Some tape. Oh, come on. Well, when you don't mess up your tape. Aha, got it. And then tape it in place. And then it sits very nicely. And you can see the full detail of everything, and you can see, this is why I want to get a better wrapping system down. That way you can see the full detail of all around 360 degrees of the candle itself. But yeah, so there's another angel ready to go. The little owls, oh my god, they're just so cute. I'm gonna set that one there for now, for when I get going into a full-fledged wrapping session. I like to do everything in stages, if possible. So yeah, most likely today will be wrapping day, along with making a few more owls and a few more of the mother angel holding their babies. So yeah. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Have a good one.